Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Supatease video. And in this one, we are going to be reviewing all of the new set bonuses for the classes. And I would say that this is so far the most heavily scrutinized feature of patch 11.1, with a lot of players considering these set bonuses to not be up to par with previous iterations, as they are more generic. But I want to look at them more in their specificity to see if that is actually true, because we only got a glance at a handful of them, whereas this is the actual full list. So for class sets in Season 2, we're exploring a new direction and would like to give players an early look. In the War Within Season 2, class sets will have their 2-set bonus designed split by role: healer, tank, ranged damage, and melee damage, and their 4-piece set bonus designed split by spec. We will utilize unique keywords for each role in their 2-piece sets and then modify how each spec interacts with the keyword in their 4-piece set. These keywords will be tied thematically to our upcoming raid, Liberation of Undermine. For an example, let's look at the current Elemental Shaman and Augmentation Evoker sets and the ranged DPS keywords. So for our Augmentation Evoker 2-set bonus, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot, causing an upheaval at 100% effectiveness that does not knock up enemies. Casting Breath of Eons will always hit a jackpot. Set bonus, your upheavals have a 100% chance to grant you Essence Burst, and eruptions cast with Essence Burst deal 25% increased damage. I will say, for specifically Aug, that seems really cool and really OP. I will just say that up front. Really cool, really OP. Despite the initial scrutiny towards this more generic approach, that seems like a powerful effect. For Elemental Shaman, 2-set bonus, your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot that summons a fire elemental for 8 seconds. Casting Ascendance always hits a jackpot. Set bonus, when you summon or extend your fire elemental, your lightning bolt, chain lightning, and lava burst will deal 10% increased damage for 8 seconds. I will say that also sounds really cool. So, while on the face value of it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of generic, but that sounds really cool. As you can see, the wording and structure of each of the 2-piece bonuses within a role will be very similar, but the keyword jackpot rewards different benefits based on spec. This difference is expanded upon in each of the 4-piece sets, which add further unique twists for each spec. The other keywords, which can be seen below, are Luck of the Draw for tanks, Winning Streak for melee DPS, and Insurance for healers. We'd like to note that there are not currently any plans to change the acquisition of class sets in the War Within Season 2, as in Season 1. Players will receive a Catalyst charge when the season begins, and additional charges every other week. Playing with these bonuses and providing feedback. We consider the flow of testing feedback, final design, and adjustments to be crucial to the success of an addition to the game like a new class set. As you test the new class sets and provide your feedback here, please review the following. To make a feedback post, please provide the class and specialization being discussed, game content type being referred to, rating Mythic Plus dungeons and PvP, when and where you feel like your set bonus will be the most and least useful, some sort of feeling about the above, positive, negative, and indifferent, the types of feedbacks and posts that are most useful. So basically just how to write a feedback post, but let's look at the actual bonuses. For Blood Decay, each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Survival Instincts. Why would you cast Survival Instincts as a Blood Decay? Did someone just not edit that? Your damage done is increased by 15% for 8 seconds after Luck of the Draw activates. There's no way you're getting the Feral Druid or Guardian Druid Survival Instincts, right? But 15% increased damage is a lot there with the wall. Luck of the Draw is 2 seconds increased duration. While Luck of the Draw is active, Death Strike costs 2 less runic power and can strike up to 2 additional nearby enemies. Some extra cleave. I mean, that sounds cool. The 4-set sounds cool. Kind of just like proccing your wall and extra damage. Meh. But like this part sounds cool, changing an ability into cleave. Frost Decay. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Frost Strike and Glacial Advance by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. Obliterate has a 15% chance to remove Winning Streak. So you're kind of ramping up, and then it gets cleaved off, and then ramping up, and then it cleaves off. This is weird. Wait a minute. Increasing the damage of your Frost Strike, but Obliterate can just remove it? So you're going to be like trying to farm stack, because you want to Frost Strike after you've spammed Obliterate, but Obliterate's just going to remove it. That one just doesn't sound like it's going to work. Winning Streak stacks 3 additional times while on a winning streak. Your Frost Strike and Glacial Advance have a chance to cast Frost Scythe at 50% effectiveness. Frost Scythe now also benefits from Winning Streak. I mean, it seems cool to cast Frost Scythe like that, but I'm worried like Obliterate removing it is like counterintuitive to trying to even build up to it in the first place. Unholy set bonus. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Death Coil and Epidemic by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. Death Coil and Epidemic have 15% chance to remove it. This It's a very similar type of thing. You like ramp up, ramp up, ramp up, and then it removes it, I think is like the intention. But at least with this one, the ramp ups add to it, and then the spender gets rid of it. Whereas this one, it's like the spender builds it, and then if they flip that around, obliterate or frost strike removes it, and obliterate builds it, that would work. I'm wondering if this is just like does not get edited, because it seems like those words should be flipped around. Like the builder should be building up the stacks, and then the spender resets the stacks or has a chance. Sometimes you get lucky, it doesn't remove it. So I feel like those just need to be flipped around. Casting Dark Transformation grants up to 10 stacks of it immediately. And while Dark Transformation is active, the effectiveness of Winning Streak is increased by 100% and no longer has a chance to reset. That seems really strong for Death Knight. Although this is just like flat out just death coil damage. For Demon Hunter, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Blade Dance and Chaos Strike by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. Blade Dance and Chaos Strike have a 15% chance to remove it. Yeah, they've got to have just mixed up the word location. The spender needs to be the one that removes it, and the builder is the one that builds it. These ones are now starting to seem really similar, though. The 4-set bonus, Winning Streak persists for 7 seconds after being removed by Blade Dance or Chaos Strike. Entering Demon form sacrifices your winning streak, but you will gain 1% critical strike per stack consumed. I don't know how important critical strike is. This one, again, just seems like you get more damage on your core abilities. Not like a huge cool effect. For Vengeance, set bonus, each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Metamorphosis for 4 seconds. That is really fun. Your damage done is increased by 15% for 10 seconds after Luck of the Draw activates. The hunt has a high chance to refresh its cooldown when you gain Luck of the Draw. So you can just spam the hunt. I mean, I want that one for Havoc. That one sounds really fun. For Vengeance is having fun. For Boomkin, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot, growing a wild mushroom at a nearby enemy's location. Casting Celestial Alignment or Incarnation Chosen of Elune always hits a jackpot. You just get a guaranteed wild mushroom. It's literally just the mushroom talent on your set bonus. Starfall and Star Surge damage against targets affected by your wild mushrooms damage over time is increased by 20%. So it's just some synergies. Makes it so you don't have to take the wild mushroom talent, I guess. Yeah. Feral Druid, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Ferocious Bite, Rip, and Primal Wrath by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. Ferocious Bite, Rip, and Primal Wrath, 15% chance of removing it. It's very similar now. I'm noticing the linear build of this. When you consume Apex Predator's Craving, become a big winner, dealing physical damage to Apex Predator's primary target and increasing the damage of periodic effects by 4%. So a little bit more gameplay around this, but you need to have Apex Predators, I assume. Or is that what this is stacking? Bit confused as to that. For Guardian Druid set bonus, each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Survival Instincts for 4 seconds. Your damage done is increased by 15% for 8 seconds after Luck of the Draw activates. The tank one is just you get your defensive cooldown and more damage just randomly. So unless it's hitting the tank buster timings, you don't really care about the damage reduction. But set bonus, after you gain Luck of the Draw, your next 10 Druid abilities cast another Druid ability at 125% effective. Now that's kind of cool. You just kind of just like random out a different Druid ability. I think that could be kind of cool. But then what is it, gonna cast Bash? Like what abilities here? What abilities we're talking about here? Because like there's a lot of stuff. Like we're accidentally typhooning mobs into random locations. Like what abilities? For Resto Druid, your set bonus, your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance to your targets that heals them for 15 seconds. Insurance is consumed if any healing. So that's very similar. You just get this low heal, cheat death heal. I don't really like that type of a mechanic. I think it's kind of OP in PvP. Just the auto low health healing mechanic. Life Bloom has a 30% chance to apply insurance to its target for 10 seconds. It's going to be really OP. When insurance is consumed or removed, it leaves a missing rejuve, regrowth, or wild growth over time effect on the target. That is really OP. This is really OP. You just get crazy emergency healing when somebody's low health and hot reapplication. I think that's really OP. Especially the double Life Bloom where you have a chance to bloom it. Even before it's ended. Augmentation, we read this one. I think this one definitely seems cool. Devastation, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot, launching a shattering star at their nearby enemies. That's really cool. Casting Dragon Rage always hits a jackpot. That's really OP. Casting Shattering Star or hitting a jackpot increases the damage of your next Empower spell by 20%, stacking up to 2 times. Like this one is a wild OP fun one. Like that's like when we look at that compared to some of the other ones, like, oh my God. Preservation set bonus. Your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance to their targets that heals them over 15 seconds. Insurance is consumed if any ally drops below 40%. That's really boring. Verdant Embrace always grants insurance to you and your target for 6 seconds. It's cooldown. This is going to be these healing ones in PvP, no one's ever gonna die, especially on like a lower cooldown ability like that. You're just you got this. Here's your cheat death. Here's your cheat death. Here's your cheat death. Here's your cheat death. I think that's gonna be really problematic. Beast Mastery Hunter, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a barbed shot at 200% effectiveness. Casting Bestial Wrath always hits a jackpot. Big barbed shot. Hitting a jackpot infuses your pet with a mutagen, causing its auto attacks to deal nature damage to its target and up to 5 enemies nearby. Mutagenic attacks reduce the cooldown of Beast Wrath. That's a super fun. That's a cool one. That's a winner. Marksmanship Hunter, set bonus, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that increase your auto shot damage by 600% and reduces the time between auto shots by 2 seconds for 10 seconds. Casting True Shot always hits a jack. You're just gonna, they want to turn you into like a gangster bro with a Tommy gun, dude. Like what? Consuming Lock and Load also fires an explosive shot. I mean, this is fitting really well into the. I think that's really cool how it fits thematically, especially with the rework they're doing to Marksman, which I'll have linked in for my video at the end of this one. I like that one. Survival 2-set bonus. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Wildfire Bomb by 3%, stacking up to 6 times. Wildfire Bomb has a 15% chance to remove winning streak. We're just getting another Wildfire Bomb set bonus. I feel like we've seen this a lot. 4-set bonus. When your winning streak ends, your next kill command deals 200% additional damage and generates 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. Okay, that's a lot more kind of like intricate for like making your rotation dynamic at least. For Arcane, your damaging spells have a small chance to hit a jackpot, granting you clear casting and increasing your spell damage for 12 seconds. Casting Touch of the Magi gives you a jackpot. That's going to be really fun. Set bonus, when you hit a jackpot, you also gain Aether Attunement at 100% effectiveness. I think that one could be fun. It's not jumping off the pages like the most OP, but it's definitely fun. Set bonus, although I thought you got a clear casting proc when you pressed Touch of the Magi anyways. Unless I'm mistaking what that is. I've been playing a lot of Arcane, but I thought that you already got one. For Fire, your damaging spells have a chance to hit jackpot, reducing the cooldown of Combustion by 3 seconds. Casting Combustion always hits a jackpot at 200% effectiveness. So 12-second cooldowns off combust when you combust. Does that count for the proc one too? When you hit a jackpot, your damage is increased by 15%. If you would gain jackpot from combustion, the duration is increased by 100%. That's a substantial base amount of damage. For Frost Mage, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a Frostbolt Volley, dealing damage to your primary target and damage up to 8 additional targets. Casting Icy Veins always hits a jackpot. This kind of depends on how hard this ability hits as to how good it is. Icy Veins causes you to hit a jackpot at 100% effectiveness every 10 seconds. So you're going to break every sheep. Unless the thresholds to sheeps stop something like this from breaking it, which they added into the classes. So maybe, that's got to be what this is for, I would think, because that's a lot. That's a lot of AoE. Brewmaster. But I think it's fun. I think that sounds fun. So it's like, just make the CC not break on that type of AoE. We're good. You can get the AoE. It's super fun, and it doesn't, affect crowd control. Brewmaster 2-set bonus. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Fortifying Brew. Damage 15%. Tank ones are really just... Okay. Set bonus. When Luck of the Draw, your next 2 casts a Blackout Kick, deal 150% increased damage, and incur a 2-second reduced cooldown. Okay, a little bit of chunky damage there. Mistweaver, set bonus. Your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance to their targets that heals them over 15 seconds. And, oh, God, I don't like this one at all. Casting Renewing Mist applies insurance for 6 seconds. The healing of insurance is increased by up to 50% in proportion to coverage Renewing Mist has on you up to 10 allies. I wonder if the whole reason they're doing this is because of the tank buster damage. Like, the tanks get hit really hard, and this will be like the thing that makes that mechanic less frustrating. It's like, just make the tank not get hit as hard, because I feel like this is going to be super problematic in the game. Windwalker set bonus. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Rising Sun Kick and Spinning Crane Kick by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. Rising Sun Kick and Spinning Crane Kick have a 15% chance to remove it. So just the ramping for melee, you just basically ramp. Set bonus, Fist of Fury applies 1 stack of winning streak. When cast and finished channeling completely, the damage to your next Fist of Fury is increased by 5% per stack when your winning streak is removed. Your winning streak is always removed once it reaches max stacks. Okay. So just a lot of casino on whether your abilities are going to hit hard there. This could be really rough. For Holy Paladin, healing spells just apply insurance and they get low health. I feel like they've got to be iterating on this again. Like, this is literally just the exact same for all the healers. So, unless they really want, they want that mechanic for all the healers to deal with dungeon mechanics. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Divine Toll applies insurance to allies that heals for 8 seconds. Divine Toll's cooldown is reduced by 1 second each time you spend Holy Power. That's really OP. For Prop Paladin, 2-set bonus. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Guardian of Ancient Kings for 4 seconds. Your damage is increased by 15%. Again, tank one's not really that. While you have Luck of the Draw, Shield of Righteous refunds 1 to 3 Holy Power and extends the duration of Luck of the Draw by 0.5 seconds up to 10. For Retribution Paladin, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate Winning Streak, increasing the damage of Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm. Stack it to 10 times. Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm have a 12% chance to remove it. When you lose your winning streak, you get the last holy power spent back, and for 4 seconds you cannot lose holy power, and the damage of your holy power abilities are what the, oh my god, it's gonna just spam Templar's Verdict. For Priest, Discipline Priest, healing just applies insurance, and when they get low health it procs. Boring. This has got to just be they're trying to use that to combat the dungeon mechanics, but I'd really rather it be something that's just only in dungeons, you know, and it's not the rest of the game, because this mechanic is really bad in PvP. 4-set bonus, when your powered shield is completely absorbed on an ally, they're granted insurance. Oh my god, this is gonna be up forever. It really depends on how much it heals, I guess, but I feel like it's gonna be up for almost every healer all the time. Holy Priest, same thing. Your spells have a chance to apply insurance. In Serenity and Sanctify, apply insurance for 10 seconds to one target while Apotheosis is active. Your healing is increased by 1% for each insurance active on allies. Shadow, we didn't see any changes for Shadow, so what are you getting? Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a Void Bolt at an enemy at 200% effectiveness. Casting Dark Ascension or Void Eruption always hits a jackpot. You just get an extra little Void Bolt. Hitting a jackpot grants you 5 seconds of Power Infusion, Mind Blast, and Void Bolt. Deal 15% increased damage while Power Infusion is active. Okay, so you get multiple PIs. I feel like you're usually PIing during this window anyways, but I guess you'll wait 5 seconds after the initial PI. And you can PI a little bit later or something like that. Assassination Rogue, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Envenom, Rapture, and Crimson Tempest by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. Envenom, Rapture, it's just the same thing. You build up, then the spender hits harder and it has a chance to remove it. If it doesn't remove it, you're going to be really OP. I think this one's going to be problematic for melee. Like, if you're a melee getting really lucky with the stacking mechanic and somebody else isn't getting lucky, you're just going to massively outdamage them. I really think that this could be bad. Not even just PvP, just bad in general. When you would lose winning streak, you have a chance to instead gain maximum stacks of winning streak for 4 seconds. These cannot be removed and have 30% additional effects while immune to removal. Outlaw, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate winning streak, increasing the damage of Dispatch by 6%, stacking up to 5 times, but Dispatch has a chance to remove it. So again, if you're hitting good RNG, you're going to do crazy damage. Set bonus, Roll to Bones has a 12% increased chance of granting additional combat enhancements and also applies 1 stack of winning streak. For each combat enhancement granted, stacks applied by Roll to Bones can exceed the normal winning streak of 5. Oh my god, this is too much RNG, dude. This is too much. Subtlety Rogue, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of Eviscerate, Secret Technique, and Black Powder by 3% up to 10. Eviscerate, Secret Technique, Black Powder, 50% chance to remove. While Shadow Dance is active, you cannot lose winning streak. Gain an additional stack of winning streak each time you would gain one, and deal an additional 6% shadow damage per winning streak. So a lot of damage put into Shadow Dance. Seems like the RNG element of this will be kind of like, you know, offset by the fact that you'll just get that guaranteed, at least for subtlety. Elemental, your spells have a chance to hit jackpot. We talked about this Fire Elemental. I think this one seemed cool, but again, you could just get lucky. This is very similar to the talent with Demon Hunters. Was it where you summoned in a demon, you killed it with Throwglaive, and if somebody was getting really lucky, that massively outdamaged people, and they said that was bad, they removed it from the game. This is literally that mechanic put into every set bonus. I think this is very problematic. For Enhancement Shaman set bonus, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Storm Strike, Crash Lightning, Lava Lash by 5%, stacking up to 5 times. Spending Maelstrom Weapon has a 15% chance to remove it. Set bonus, when gaining a stack of winning streak, reduce the cooldown of Doom Winds by 2 seconds, and when winning streak is removed, reduce the cooldown of Doom Winds by 10 seconds. So you're going to really need to take Doom Winds. Restoration, your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance. It's the same thing. And when you cast Healing Rain, one ally in the radius has insurance. So you have to play Totemic, because getting Healing Rain down otherwise is rough. When insurance is consumed, your next chain heal, healing surge, or healing waves gets buffed by 10%. I'm worried about the actual playability of that one, at least at the 4-piece, and I really don't like that mechanic. For Affliction Warlock, 2-set bonus, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that increases your haste by 12%. Casting Summon Dark Lair always hits a jackpot. You can just proc Dark Soul, man. Like, if you're hitting bad RNG, you're going to get boned, dude. Hitting a jackpot also increases the damage of Unstable Affliction by 50%. It causes Unstable Affliction to spread to 3 targets within 40 yards. Oh my god. And I think there's a change where you can make Healthstones give you 20% haste instead of heal you, and you get this proc, and you're just going like like we're on the second patch, man. You have like 80% haste. You have like corruption level haste. Demonology set bonus. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that summons a Dreadstalker at 165% effectiveness. Casting Summon Demonic Tyrant always hits a jackpot. Casting Hand of Gul'dan causes your active Dreadstalkers to cast Dreadbite at a 50% effectiveness. This damage is increased by 10% per soul shard spent. I like that one. That seems like it's going to be, you know, giving you more single target damage. Also, it cleaves a little bit, but more control of the damage that the Dreadstalkers are doing. I kind of like that interaction. Destro Lock. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a flurry of 12 Demon Fire bolts at 200% effectiveness. Casting an Infernal hits a jackpot always. So just get Infernal. And then the 4-set bonus, hitting a jackpot increases your mastery by 3%, and your spells gain maximum benefit from mastery chaotic energies for 10 seconds. So it's actually lowering RNG for Destro because it had RNG in its mastery. You get guaranteed. Arms Warrior, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Mortal Strike and Cleave by 2%, stacking up to 10 times. Overpower has a 15% chance to remove winning streak. When your winning streak ends, Overpower deals 20% additional damage and recharges 75% faster for 2 seconds. This recharging, I feel like you're not gonna even be able with the globals to get rid of all your spells. A bit worried about that. And again, it just feels like you're gonna have some really heavy RNG around this. For Fury, your spells and abilities have a chance to activate winning streak, increasing the damage of your Rampage by 2%, stacking up to 10 times. Rampage has a 15% chance to remove this. When you gain a stack of winning streak, you have an even chance to either cause your next Bloodthirst to deal 15% increased damage and have a 25% increased critical strike chance to critically strike, or cause your next Raging Blow to deal 15% increased damage and generate 2 additional rage. So much RNG on this. Prot Warrior, each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Shield Wall for 4 seconds. We've already went through this one. It was on the video. And then Shield Slam's chance to critically strike increased by 50%. Its critical strikes reduce cooldown of shield charge by 6 seconds. I would have rather maybe like some goblin theme here, you know, like you do it has a Kiss Curse effect, and maybe like you can proc like goblin rocket boot speed for a little bit or something, or chuck out like, you know, maybe make the set bonuses more thematic to goblins. I see that they're trying to do that with the RNG element, you know, the whole idea we're going into the palace, the casinos and all that type of deal, but like this just seems like it goes against everything they've been trying to do. I'm really worried about this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Other than that, thank you guys very much for checking out the video, and I will see you in the next one.